Welcome to Hands On, everybody. My name is Justin. I'll be your host today. Behind the camera, we have Gina. She'll be taking questions from you guys for me. Hey,
Hi,
Gina.
everyone.
And we're making this oven mitt you see we've got going. Also, there's a giveaway. If you head over to @GothamQuilts on Instagram, you can win this oven mitt along with this fabric bundle you see here, and you can make your own. So again, that's Gotham Quilts. And we're making this oven mitt you can see here today. Goes together super fast. You see that fun Michael Miller print cake fabric we chose to make it from today.
Yeah, I love that.
Yep, Keaton Quilts, that's my Instagram. You can find info there on how to enter the contest to win this oven mitt and fabric today. All right, so I guess first we'll go over our supplies. You will need a sewing machine, some thread, also scissors, a ½ yard of double fold bias tape, 4 9-inch by 14-inch pieces of fabric, 2 9-inch by 14-inch pieces of Insulbrite insulated lining. That's just what goes in the center to make sure you don't burn yourself. Some pins. You can also use clips, basting spray, and you'll need a marking pen. Right? So the first thing you're going to do today to get started, you're going to cut out all your pieces. You can see this ruler right here. This is what I use. It's just a quilting ruler. You can find it in any craft store. But I find it easier than using a ruler at home, but you know, either way is great. So I went ahead and pre-cut all my fabrics. So I chose 2 fabrics for the outside, this fun cake print you can see here. And then we've also got these cute hedgehogs. This will be for the lining.
Oh, that's adorable.
I'm a big fan of hedgehogs, you know?
Me too, they're so cute.
And then this is what the batting looks like. Again, you'll need 2 pieces of the batting. So again, 4 pieces of fabric and 2 pieces of batting total to get started. All right, so what you'll do to start out, you'll take 1 piece of fabric. Now this right here, this is basting spray. You're gonna use this, it's like a spray glue to glue all the layers together. So what you do, you'll just make a thin film of spray. You'll press this piece of batting. You'll press it against it, try to line up the edges. This glue is repositionable. You just wanna smooth everything out.
Oh, that's nice.
That just holds the pieces together while you're sewing. Some hedges.
Hi, everyone. Let us know if you have any comments.
Yeah, say hi, let us know where you're from. See, again, I just took this spray. Again, basting spray, you can find it at any craft store. They all sell it. And you're gonna now take the other fabric you chose for the outside, and same process, you're just gonna lay it flat on top of that batting there, that insulated batting, and smooth out the edges, and you'll now have your little quilt sandwich.
Wow.
So yeah, you're gonna need 2 of these. So you're gonna repeat the process again here. I'll just quickly show you. It's super simple. So you're laying that fabric right side down. Use your basting spray, shake it a little, just like you would hairspray, and spray like a thin layer over that fabric, again on the wrong side of the fabric. You're gonna take your batting, lay it over the top, try to line up all the edges, and then smooth it out with your hands. Get out all the wrinkles. You can see you can flip it and smooth it. You're just patting it, you know, patting along. And again, follow it up with more spray. This time you're spraying that lining in there, that insulation that keeps you from getting burnt while you're baking. And we're gonna lay that top fabric down, right side up, and just smooth. So now we have the 2 layers that will make up our oven mitt today.
Okay. That was simple. That was
Yeah.
bad. I could do that.
Super easy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got 2 here. Glue's all dry. I usually like to let them sit a few minutes.
Okay.
Just harden up, make sure that the fabric stays secure. All right. So next, the next step is you'll be threading your sewing machine. I just use a general purpose thread. I chose white today. Thought it was kind of like springy and nice. Went with these fun cakes.
Makes me want cake.
Yes, it was funny. I actually, mid-making the sample today that you see in the corner, I ran down to a bakery and had to pick up a cupcake after looking at this.
Oh my goodness. Mary says this looks so cool.
Thank you, Mary. All right, so I attached a walking foot to my sewing machine earlier. Most sewing machines come with them. If not, you can pick one up. They're pretty inexpensive at a craft store. What it does, instead of using a regular foot in your sewing machine, this has extra teeth on top, and it makes sure that all the layers are pulled through at the same time. So the machine isn't just pulling the fabric through on the bottom, it's also pulling it through evenly at the top.
Okay.
So that just keeps everything smooth. The key here is like keeping all the layers smooth. So it's the glue, the walking foot, everything combined just kind of holds everything together while you work.
Okay.
All right, now if you see that sample, I just kind of sewed swirly lines straight across just to hold the layers together. And so that's what we're gonna do now. Again, using the walking foot, I'm just gonna start sewing, and you can do straight lines. You can really quilt it any way you want. See, I'm just kind of like curving along. All right, now I'm gonna get to the end. I have a little button on the machine that snips the thread for me.
Oh, awesome.
And then start again. All right, so now I'm gonna move over a little bit from that first line we sewed, that curvy line here. Let me actually show you what that looks like on camera. See that little line we've got here? See, I just kind of sewed along, you know, curvy line. So I'm just gonna continue, I'm gonna trace along, and we're gonna make some more lines. So that's really the bulk of the work for this, is actually quilting the oven mitt fabrics together to get them all hold in place nicely. So again, just curving around, reaching the end, snipping the fabric.
So you can pick any curvy line you want?
Yeah, I mean, you can sew straight lines, you can do cross hatching, really it's any design you want. I just chose curvy lines, I thought it was whimsical.
Yeah.
So yeah, again.
Brandy said she would love to make this with sushi roll patterns.
Oh, I love that.
That's
you know,
cute.
Gotham Quilts, the people who gave me this fabric today that you can also, don't forget you can win if you enter their contest, they actually sell sushi roll fabric in their shop.
Well, there you go, Brandy.
So yeah, if you're looking for sushi roll fabric, Gotham Quilts, that's the place to go.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right, I'm just gonna continue sewing on here, making some curvy lines. Again, they can be straight lines. It's just design-wise at this point. As long as you've got seams going through it, holding the layers together, you're pretty good.
Okay.
Okay.
Melody said she would want pepper patterns on her
Nice.
little oven mitts.
Yes, perfect for the kitchen. For
Yeah,
cooking.
right?
Yeah. You can see the lines get shorter as we reach the edges.
Roxy says, "What can't you make, Justin?"
Oh, you know, there's lots. I don't attempt to make my own clothes too much, just because, you know, that could turn out pretty scary. But yeah, I don't know. Last time I was here, I made fun lavender sachets. I'm sure you can go check out one of the replays of that video.
Go check those out if you want to see more of what Justin has done here.
Yeah, and you can go on my Instagram. Again, I'm at Keaton Quilts on Instagram. You can check out my projects. Lots of quilts. You know, I make pillows. All fun little trinkets, stuffed chickens.
Oh, chickens.
Yeah.
Someone actually said Barb said she wanted to do a chicken oven mitt.
Nice. Yeah.
Hey, you guys are twins.
We are. Chickens are great in the kitchen. You know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Orlando
like
said you could
thread
make these
pops
for
out.
gifts.
Yes, these would make great gifts. And it's awesome because, you know, like a quilt, that can take me like weeks to do.
Mm-hmm.
But something like this, you know, I can knock one of these out in about an hour.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so it goes pretty quickly. Sorry, just rethreading the machine. Sometimes that thread pops out while you're working. All right, back
You
in
did that
business.
so fast.
Yeah, when I first started sewing, something like that would have taken me a while to do. But as you sew more and more, things just become more and more natural.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I learned to sew at 12 years old, so I've been doing this for a long time.
Oh, wow. That's really awesome.
All right, we're just continuing on here with our curvy line tracing.
Do you all have any other questions for Justin?
Yeah, everybody, ask me some questions. I love answering you guys.
Or let us know what cool patterns you would want to make.
Yeah, what kind of fabrics do you like? What would you make your oven mitts out of? I remember someone mentioned chickens before. We have the pepper. Lots of kitchen-themed ideas we've got going.
Jennifer says, Justin, you're so fast. Quilts take me forever.
Thank you, yeah. You know, quilts take me forever too. These oven mitts are great because they do go pretty fast. And you know, you're sewing these layers together pretty smoothly. And I like curves because, you know, they don't have to be perfect. Again, you can kind of like, see if you can see here, some of these curves starting to show.
That looks amazing.
Yes, that's our quilting going on. Jeez, just sitting here watching these cakes back and forth, I'm craving those baked goods again.
A cupcake again later?
Yeah, definitely. There's a place called the Cupcake Market in the East Village where I live. Great cupcakes.
Ooh. Oh, we have a question from Sonia. How do you suggest to wash the mitts after using them?
You know, you can just, these hold up pretty well. You have the glue and the quilting, and you'll see all the next steps, but they're pretty sturdy, so you can just put them in a regular wash cycle. Hot is even fine. They hold up really well.
Amazing.
Yep.
There you go, Sonia.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that for a quilt, but something like this is pretty strong and sturdy. It'll hold up. A quilt you'd want to wash on delicate, you know, line dry, but something like this, you know, hold up forever.
Okay.
No, I'm sure you'll get cooking stains and whatnot
on absolutely.
it before like it actually like wears out or anything.
Yeah.
So we finished our first one. You can see all these lines that are sewn in. That's what we were doing with the walking foot on the machine. Our fun little cakes. All right, now we're gonna do the next one. We've got one more to quilt here. So this, you see the lines aren't there yet, so that's what we'll be working on.
And are you gonna do the same squiggly pattern?
Yep, I'll just do the same kind of squiggles in the back. Okay. You know.
I wonder, can you do a different pattern on the back? Like,
yeah,
is that possible?
You know, actually, let's do that. I'll do straight lines this time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, definitely. So here we go. So instead of kind of wiggling the fabric back and forth, I'm just gonna sew in a straight line here.
So Wesley is wondering, how thick do they need to be?
You know, I recommend this brand of batting. It's called Insulbright. It actually has foil in the center, and it'll keep anyone from getting like burned or whatnot. If you used regular batting, I would use several layers just to make sure it's thick enough.
Okay.
But this product, what's actually in the center, between our fabric layers here, what's in the center, this is heat resistant. So it's specifically it's specifically made for an oven mitt. It'll keep the heat like trapped in a way.
Oh, okay.
So when your hands slide between the two pieces, keep you from getting burnt when you're baking those cupcakes or making your casseroles and whatnot.
Cupcakes.
Cupcakes are where it's at. All right, so I'm gonna continue now. Since I'm doing straight lines, I'm just gonna sew maybe about 1.5 inches over from the previous line.
Okay.
Just keeping that fabric steady, sewing with this walking foot here.
I've got a few cute ideas for fabrics. Brenda said she would do a coffee fabric, and Denise said flames for quote unquote hot pads.
I love that, flames, yeah. That's a good one.
Those are really cute ideas.
Yeah, I've got several of these oven mitts at home because I couldn't choose a fabric for my own kitchen that I couldn't narrow it down, so I just kind of switch them out every once in a while. You know, I've got holiday themed ones. Aww. I've got one with bunnies on it for Easter.
So cute, yeah.
You know, and there's something like this that'll only cost you a few bucks to make. You know, they're not very expensive, so it's like a nice little holiday decoration that you can have out. You know, following the themes of the year. This has cakes. You know, Father's Day is coming up. You could choose like a manly print.
That's
I wouldn't say these pink cakes are very manly, but
hey, if he likes cakes.
If he likes cakes, you could go with this. You could find like, you know, fish prints, fishing, hunting, their favorite sports team.
Yeah.
That would make if your husband likes to barbecue during the summer, having like a nice oven mitt with his favorite sports team, that can make a great Father's Day gift.
I should do this for my dad. This is so smart.
Yeah, my dad barbecues. You know, I didn't think till just today, but yeah, I hope he's not watching. If he is, he might know he's getting an oven mitt for Father's Day.
Judy Smith says she is going to make these.
Nice, Judy. Oh, you'll have to, if you're on Instagram, post a picture, tag me in it, and just so I can take a look at it. I'd love to see it.
Oh, yes, I'd love to see that too.
Keaton Quilts on Instagram. And, since you said you're making it, I highly suggest heading over to Gotham Quilts. If you just search Gotham Quilts Instagram on Google, it'll pop up. And their latest post has instructions on how you can win the mitt I made today. And also, you'll be able to win that fabric bundle that you can see rotating in the corner over there.
Which is so cute and colorful. I love all those fabrics.
Oh, aren't they the best? Like
Yes.
they've got other baked goods. Like one has macaroons, one has donuts.
Stop, you're making me hungry.
No, I don't. Now I'm wishing I had grabbed an extra snack before we started. I'm getting hungry myself.
Oh, Magdalene is watching from Singapore.
Wow, Singapore. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love how truly worldwide this audience
Right?
is here at LittleThings. It's so amazing that everyone from all over the world can tune in and join us today for making these cute little
Right.
oven mitts.
Thank you guys for joining us.
Yeah, where are you guys from? Let us know. Love the comments.
So Judy Smith, could you just reiterate for Judy how she can win this mitt again?
Oh, definitely. So if you have Instagram, you just pull open the app and you type in Gotham Quilts. It's GOTHAMQUILTS. And their latest post has the instructions in their feed on Instagram on how you can win. It's super easy. You just have to tag a friend, like the post, and you'll be entered to win this awesome mitt that's spinning in the corner there and that cool fabric bundle.
There you go, Judy.
Yeah, that fabric bundle, I believe there's 5 different prints in it, but you can probably get a good, 3 or 4 oven mitts out of all that fabric there.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, so get a head start on all those holiday
Yeah.
gifts. Yeah, I make most of my gifts that I give people around the holidays, so I need to get started extra early in the year,
That's
Maybe
awesome.
summer, but holidays, they sneak up on you.
They do, and especially if you're making people things.
Oh, definitely. All the time that goes into it, especially just doing everything else around the holidays, you're already so busy. So if you got a stack of oven mitts in your cupboard that you made, you're already set to go.
That is so true.
Yeah, or these are, and I love that these are so great. I mean, they're great for anybody, like an office coworker, great teacher's gift for your kids.
Yeah. Oh, that's so true.
Yeah, and handmade is just so awesome, especially these days, with technology and everyone on their iPads, stepping back and being able to give somebody you took the time to make yourself. I love that, how beautiful that is.
So meaningful.
Yeah.
Carrie said she wants to make Disney-themed ones for her Disney kitchen.
Oh, I love that. Oh, geez. So not only do I want cupcakes and baked goods now, but I want to go to Disney World.
Yeah. Denise, please tag us in that post. I'd love to see those Disney print oven mitts.
Definitely. Tag LittleThings and tag me. Keaton Quilts on Instagram. I'd love to see what you guys put together.
So Lulu wants to know, just out of curiosity, how many times have you hurt yourself by doing this?
Oh,
Because when I
geez.
try this, I keep hurting myself.
Oh no. I've been pretty lucky. I have all my fingers and legs unarmed still, I have burned myself on the iron. Generally, quilting requires a lot of ironing. Luckily, this is a no iron project. As long as your fabrics are pretty smooth. So that's a good safety thing. You won't burn yourself doing this. The quilting, those lavender sachets I made last time, lots of ironing. Oh, our thread popped out again, so I'm just gonna pop that back in.
So Carrie is wondering, what kind of fabric are you using? If you could tell her.
All right.
Again, reiterate.
So this fabric that we're using today, it's from Michael Miller. It's a quilting weight. It's 100% cotton. You can pick it up, Gotham Quilts here in New York City sells this fabric. This is great. When selecting fabric for these, you don't want to go with anything too thin, like a lawn fabric or a voile. You definitely want to go something with a little more heft, since again, it's protecting you from the heat. So if you go with something super thin, you might feel some of that heat coming through, even though the padding's there. So yeah, so this is a quilting weight cotton, like a heavy linen or even a duck cloth or a canvas. That would be great to use for these.
Great.
Yeah.
Also, Barbara was wondering what the gadget on your machine is.
Oh, okay. So that is a walking foot. what that does is that pulls through all the layers of fabric. Make sure it goes through under the needle at the same time. If you don't use the walking foot, sometimes the fabric underneath or above, it'll kind of shift, and you'll get little ripples in the fabric or wrinkles while you sew. You can see here that this is pretty smooth. There's no wrinkles. It's that basting spray doing its job, holding everything together nicely, but you can kind of see it's, flip it over to the back to the little hedgehogs.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So yeah, it's holding together. See, this time we're doing like a crosshatch straight line design. Just gonna continue on, do a couple more.
Also, one more question.
Yes.
What are the measurements of these fabrics?
Oh, okay. They are 9" by 14" are what I cut here today. So the batting and then all 4 pieces of fabric, I cut them all to the same size. Again, 9" by 14. That'll be in the supply list if you want to rewind when you're watching later just to double check. But you can make that if you're making it again for dad and he has big hands, go larger. You know, any size is really fine. Just customize it to the person. You can make little tiny ones if you have like a dainty grandma that you're making it for, you know. You can tailor it to their size. But yep, today here we went 9" by 14".
Jessica says in all caps, hedgehog! I think she likes the hedgehog.
Yay, I'm a huge hedgehog fan myself. One of my friends picked me up a little hedgehog beanie baby the other day.
Oh, so cute. Oh, Barbara says she has the walking foot, but what are those sticks in the front?
So those sticks, a lot of walking feet come with them. They just have a little guide attached. So this little lever here that I'm kind of like lifting up and down, that's what I'm aligning with the previous line that I sewn just to trace it, to make sure that the quilting is equal distance away. So it's really just a guide. You can eyeball it, or if you have this is a great little guide you can use.
Okay, there you go, Barbara. I hope that helps. Jessica says she has 3 real hedgehogs.
Oh my goodness, they're so cute. What are their names? I would love a little hedgehog. I have a wire fox terrier poodle rescue at home.
So cute.
I named my business after her. Her name is Diane Keaton.
Oh, that's adorable.
She's the love of my life.
Judy says, what a great idea. I think I will make these for children to go with little aprons.
Oh, that would be so cute. You can make little aprons out of the same fabric.
It's adorable.
Yes, definitely.
Judy, great idea.
All right, let's put one more line into this and then we'll move on to the next step. But yeah, aprons, like a whole little kitchen set, sewing a little strip of this fabric onto some tea towels and make a beautiful little gift set to give someone.
That is so true.
Yeah. All right, so you can see here, this side we have our wavy lines quilted in. Let's see.
I can't wait.
And then we've got our little diamond shapes going on here. So yep, so we finished. What we did was we just sewed all these layers together, and the glue is fine. It washes out the first time that you wash your oven mitt when you get some fluid on it. But yeah, so you're all set now. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna put right sides together. So the outside of the oven mitt will be the cakes. So the cakes are gonna be the 2 layers facing each other. So we're gonna do that. And then, you can use clips or pins. Just gonna clip here quickly so you can see them. Just clipping these layers together. We're gonna sew these together around in the shape of an oven mitt. Now the Insulbright, which is the batting in between the layers of fabric, came with this little mini oven mitt. So that's what I'm gonna kind of, not trace here because it needs to be bigger, but follow the general shape of it,
That's so nice.
Insulbright, that's the brand if you're looking for this material that protects you from the heat that goes in the center of the fabric. So here we go, just roughly my little pink pen.
And just so all of you hedgehog lovers know, we actually had hedgehogs on our wildlife show last week.
Oh wow, you had them here in the studio?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, I wish I was here. Oh, it's so cute.
The video's online if you want to go check it out later.
Oh, definitely, I'll have to do that. All right, so there's just a little line, I'm pretty much gonna freehand it, but we've got our layers clipped, I'm gonna add a couple pins. You can never pin and clip enough. It helps everything, the final finished product, be a little nicer. So we're gonna sew along the general shape of an oven mitt, sewing again our layers together with right sides facing each other. All right, so I'm gonna head back over to the sewing machine now.
This is so exciting.
Okay, so now I'm just gonna start sewing. I'm not gonna sew all the way around, you're gonna see why in a second, but now I'm just kinda here, I'm trying to sew the general shape of what the finished mitt is gonna be. So here we're rounding the thumb where that little thumb part's gonna be. I like to lift up my foot as I turn just to get a nice curve while I sew. All right, pivot around. Now we're gonna go to the top part of the mitt, the actual hand.
Does anyone have any questions about what he's doing right now?
Yeah, everybody, ask me some questions, about the oven mitts, about sewing in general. Love hearing you guys' questions. All right, so now we've got our little oven mitt shape going. I'm gonna stop, trim the thread. All right. Okay, so now we've started our little shape. I'm gonna cut about a 1/2 inch away from the edges from the line that we sewed for our oven mitt.
Also, I love your scissors. They're beautiful.
Thank you. Oh, I love these. They're like, you see how they got that rainbow thing
Oh,
going on?
yes.
These are Tula Pink. You can just Google Tula Pink, and they have these on Amazon and craft stores and whatnot.
Do you ever have to reinforce any stitching? Judy would like to know.
For this, generally, I don't so much, just because you're sewing through all of your seams, and that sewn through line kind of holds everything in place for you. Plus, we'll be putting binding around the edges, so that'll hold everything together really nicely. But it can't hurt ever to reinforce your seams, which would be, for those out there that don't know, just be taking a little back stitch at the beginning and the end of your seams. All right, so I've gone and I've kind of trimmed around the edges here of the oven mitt, so it's starting to come together. You see that little thumb
Looking
shape?
like an oven mitt.
Woo!
Kathy wants to know, where again do you get the Insole Bright lining?
The Insole Bright lining. So you can get that at fabric stores, any kind of store that would have like quilting supplies, like maybe Michael's. Amazon is a great place. I know Amazon sells it.
Okay.
Yep. Gotham Quilts here if you're in New York City.
Okay.
All right. So the next step is I took a piece of the binding, the bias tape. So I mentioned that earlier in our supply list, but this is what the bias tape. It's really just a strip of fabric folded and ironed for you, so it takes a little of the work out of the way. So that's what's gonna go around the bottom edge. And then I just folded a piece in half, and this is gonna be the little loop when you hang the mitt in place.
Oh.
So just take roughly, let's see, what is this here? About a 6-inch loop. You're gonna fold it in half, and I'm gonna pin that in place, actually clip it in place, just facing the inside of our oven mitt. So when we turn it right side out, it'll have a loop sticking out of the side. You can see in the corner of the screen the little loop hanging out of the oven mitt that we have there.
Adorable. Sonia was wondering, what do you do with the extra fabric pieces?
You can just save them for another project. I had tons of leftovers, and if you win that bundle there in the corner, you'll have tons of leftovers. Save them for like a scrappy quilt project or something.
Oh, okay.
All right, but yeah, so we've got our loop ready. Let's see where let's sew the bottom binding on first. So we're just gonna measure out, we need it for the length of the bottom seam, so I'm gonna cut a little extra. But yeah, let's do that first.
Diana was wondering if they have any print guides that are actually the size that you need?
Yeah, online, just Google a template for oven mitt. So if you type into Google oven mitt template, I can guarantee you 10 or 15 will pop up for you.
Okay, there you go, Diana.
So here, I'm pinning the bias tape along the raw edge. So this will be the bottom edge of the mitt. This is just gonna seal in all the stuff in place. And just pinning here. I'm going to take the pins out as I sew, but it'll give us a nice finished product. If we pin it in place, there'll be less slippage and whatnot.
Judy says you could use some of the extra fabric for a table topper.
Oh, definitely. That's a great idea. Or even, you know, you could make napkins, like custom napkins for the dinner table.
Judy, you are very creative.
Yeah. Get those napkins, that apron going, those tea towels. Make a whole little coordinated set there.
And then tag us in it so we can see.
Definitely. I'd love to see it. Again, if anybody is going to make an oven mitt out there, head over to Instagram and tag Keaton Quilts in it. That's my Instagram, named after my little rescue dog.
Penny says, good job. This is awesome.
Thank you, Penny. I appreciate that. You know, just trying to continue pinning this.
Lulu wants to know, have you made any for any famous people?
Not yet. You know, my doggy's name is Diane Keaton. I'd love to make something for Diane Keaton.
I'm thinking that maybe in your future.
That'd be pretty awesome. So you can see now here we just have our bias tape pinned along the bottom edge. So I'm gonna go ahead now, take it back over to our sewing machine, and we're gonna sew the binding along that bottom edge there. Now, I always reiterate, you want to be careful, never sew over any pins. The needle could break, and that could be a little dangerous. Pins flying. That has happened to me.
Oh!
Pins fly across the room, you know.
No!
So we want to be extra careful not to do something like that.
You could also make pin cushions or small stuffed toys. Maybe
definitely.
With the extra fabric.
Awesome, yeah. Or even like a dog toy. Just put a little stuffing in that. If you have any stuffing left over, yeah.
That'd be so cute.
I do that all the time with my quilt scrap leftovers that I have whenever I have a big project. I make my dog little stuffed toys to play with, and she loves to tear them apart, so I can never have too many. So now I'm just sewing about 1/4 inch away from that top edge of this white strip. This is, again, the double fold binding bias tape. You can get it, you know, at any craft store. Here in the city, we have Gotham Quilts sells it, but Amazon also, if you don't have a nice sewing store to shop to wherever you guys are located. Just continuing along here.
Oh, this is gonna be so cute.
Oh, and for those who are just joining us, a big reminder, you can win this oven mitt that I'm making here that's rotating in the corner, and also that fabric bundle. You just head over to Instagram and search for Gotham Quilts. Just add them as a friend and tag a friend in the comments. And I believe on Saturday, I'll pick a winner. And some lucky viewer from today will win that awesome fabric bundle and that oven mitt in the corner there. So if you're not ready to, you know, start sewing yourself, but you want that cute oven mitt with the cakes on it, now's your chance.
Yeah, get it while it lasts.
Yeah, again, that's Gotham Quilts on Instagram. Also add me, I'm Keaton Quilts on Instagram. I'd love you to tag me in your oven mitt projects if anybody out there decides to make one. Now, you can see here, we've sewn along this little strip along the bottom of our, here we've got it. See, so that kind of holds everything nicely, all those raw edges it hides. All right, so now I jumped the gun before with our little loop, but this is the little loop. Again, it's this same bias tape here, just folded in half. You're gonna fold it in half again, and you're gonna have a little loop sticking out. All right, so you remember before I didn't sew all the way down, I kind of stopped midway here to reaching the edge. So this time I'm just gonna sew continually all the way to the bottom here. All right, so fold this over.
Jessica says now she wants to make a matching set and some grill utensil covers.
Oh, what a great idea.
That's
matching
adorable.
grill utensil. Yeah, Father's Day. Awesome.
These are great
I love
ideas.
that. Yeah. Now, if you guys haven't sewn before, I'll be teaching an introduction to quilting lessons on June 22nd and 29th here in New York City. It's at Gotham Quilts. You can just head over to their website for more information. But if you hear us sewing today and you're not comfortable doing it or you don't know how to do it yourself, come take lessons here. I'd love to teach you. See you in my class.
Yes, I'll see you there.
Yeah, hey, come down, come quilt. All right, so we'll be sealing our edge off now. So we're just sewing from the point that we had stopped previously, sewing around the edge of the oven mitt, and we're gonna continue all the way to the bottom. All right, so I'm gonna start sewing.
Carol said 50-something years ago, this was one of her first projects.
Wow,
That's
I love
amazing.
hearing that. Sewing 50 years, that's amazing.
Yeah, wow.
I mean, I've been sewing since I was 12. I hope to be sewing 50 years myself.
Also, Debbie is wondering, are the fabrics too thick to fold and sew to hide the raw edges? Is that why you use the tape?
Yes, that's why I use the tape. It's pretty thick and bulky, and just sewing through it with the sewing machine could just be a little cumbersome. This makes it easier.
Okay.
All right, so you're gonna sew all the way to the bottom. Now, someone mentioned earlier your securing stitch. You'll definitely wanna do that on this seam that we're sewing here. So when you reach the bottom, you're just gonna sew backwards and forwards a couple stitches just to secure that and hold that in place. Gonna trim the thread. All right, now we have our mitt sewn.
Wow.
Just gonna trim off this extra bulk we've got going here.
Carol says thank you for the memories. She's the one that made it 50-something years ago.
Oh, no, hey, congratulations on sewing 50 years. I love that. I hope, 50 years down the line, I can say the same thing. I've been sewing these 50 years. So I'm just taking our pins out now. So along the inside, I do leave the raw edge, but I don't want that to fray. So I'm gonna take a zigzag stitch now and use a zigzag stitch around the edges of the inside just to hold those together. You can see you won't see a raw edge on the outside. You'll see, once we flip it, you'll see that nice little white band around it.
So cute, I can't wait.
All right, so now back over to the sewing machine. Again, this time it's not a straight stitch. We're gonna do a zigzag stitch. So I want to say 99% of all sewing machines have this zigzag stitch built in. So
Oh, awesome, I can't
odds
wait
are
to see
you're all
this.
set if you've got a sewing machine. All right, what this does is the needle moves back and forth and it sews, it kind of seals in all those raw edges of the inside of the fabric. So here we go. So now we're just gonna trace along the outside edge of the oven mitt. Again, we're just sealing in those edges, just so our threads never pull out or anything over the lifetime of our oven mitt. And you can see here, everything, all these steps, it goes pretty quickly. This is like a nice, easy project. You can bang out in about an hour, when you can have some downtime one afternoon and get some of these made for gifts and friends and family.
How many do you think, this is a question from me,
Okay.
how many do you think you could bang out in an hour if you were...
In an hour, if it was like a competition style, I bet I could do 3 or 4.
Wow.
Yeah. They might not be as beautiful as if I had slowed down and taken one, but yeah, I think I could knock out a good 4, somewhat compromised quality.
That's awesome though.
Yeah.
Jessica is going to send us pictures of her dolphin oven mitts.
Oh, I love it. Send them over. I'd love to see. Tag me. I'm Keaton Quilts on Instagram. I'd love to see everyone's projects. You can also head over, take a look at some of the projects I've made in the past. And if you want to take lessons, learn about anything that I have over there that I've made, shoot me an email. It's keatonquilts@gmail.com. And I'd love to set up a lesson with anyone today. All right, so now we've sewn along all our edges. We've kind of sealed in those raw pieces of fabric so the threads will never pull out. And now the exciting part, we get to turn it right side out.
I've been waiting for this. I can't wait.
Very exciting here, It's always a little tricky pushing it right side out.
Wow, I can't wait to see those cakes.
Yes. Now, sometimes, it's a little trouble. I have big fingers and big hands, so I use like the blunt side of a knitting needle just to help press those edges outward.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. All right, let's see. So yeah, you don't want to press too hard. You're just kind of slowly finagling out these edges, these curved parts. So you want to press right up against the seam. Just make sure that it's all properly pushed out. So yeah, we've got this side now done. Now we'll push the thumb.
This is so
Coming
pretty.
together.
Wow, it is beautifully made.
Thank you. Yeah, sewing on camera is a little difficult going through the process, but yeah, I'm pretty impressed myself with this one. This one's looked pretty good. That first sachet that we sewed last time, I don't know. The second one came out great, but yeah, this is looking pretty good here.
Do you guys like how this turned out
Look
as
at
much
this
as I do?
oven. This is awesome.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Yeah, if you'd like to learn how to make one of these and you'd like a lesson, I teach lessons at Gotham Quilts here in New York City, and I'd love to do a class and teach you guys how to make these in person, or replay this video. You can watch along as you sew yours, and don't forget in the corner there we've got that oven mitt. You can win it. You guys can head over to Gotham Quilts Instagram. If you just Google Gotham Quilts and Instagram, you'll find their page, and on their latest post, there's instructions there how to enter to win all that awesome baked good fabric and that oven mitt there. And I'll send that out to you guys. I think the contest ends on Saturday, so head over there by Saturday.
Debbie says this is beautiful.
Thank you, Debbie. No, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm so happy it came together nicely. Pretty quick. And look, we've been here together about 40 minutes now, and I was able to bang this out. You can always go out and smooth out the edges a little better, press it against the seams. Just get like a nice finished edge.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the most part, there we go. And you can use any color, any fabric. I definitely recommend using like a heavier weight fabric. You don't want to use anything super thin because that wouldn't protect you from the heat while you're baking.
That is true.
And then this bias tape, again, just Amazon, Michaels, Gotham Quilts. If you're here in New York City, you can pick that up.
Yeah, let us know if you all have any last minute questions.
Yeah,
anything you want to ask Justin while he's here.
Definitely. No, I'd love to answer some questions. See, if you look at this little quilt block we have here under our cutting mat today, or our quilting ruler today, this is actually the block that I'll be teaching on June 22nd and 29th here in New York City. We'll make a mini quilt together, and there's morning and evening sessions available. So yeah, come learn with me. I'd love to meet everyone. All right, it was great meeting everybody. It was awesome. I'm gonna read through all those comments that everyone left later. I can't wait to see what you guys had to say.
Yes.
I had a great time. Again, my name is Justin Stafford. Keaton Quilts on Instagram. You can find me at keatonquilts.com. I had a blast, and hopefully I'll see you guys again soon.
Thank you guys for coming. Have a great day. Bye.